Abandoned Hope Shadow's tale at the shelter. Shadow, a handsome German shepherd mix, arrived at the shelter with sad eyes. His gaze told a story of sorrow and loss, a tale that words could scarcely capture. The shelter staff could see the depth of his pain, a pain that seemed to have aged him beyond his years. He was picked up as a stray, his once glossy coat dull and matted. The neglect he had suffered was evident in every tangled strand of fur, every patch of skin that peeked through. It was clear that Shadow had been on his own for a long time, fending for himself in a world that had turned its back on him. The shelter staff learned he had been abandoned by his family. They could only imagine the heartbreak he must have felt, the confusion and fear that came with being left behind. They did their best to comfort him, offering gentle words and soft touches, but they knew it would take time for Shadow to heal. Life had been unkind to Shadow, leaving him wary and withdrawn. He was cautious around new people, his trust shattered by those who were supposed to care for him. The shelter staff worked patiently with him, understanding that rebuilding trust would be a slow and delicate process. He spent his days curled in the corner of his kennel, his spirit seemingly broken. The once vibrant energy of a young dog was now a distant memory, replaced by a quiet resignation. Shadow's eyes, once full of life, now held a distant, haunted look. He yearned for the comfort of a loving home, unsure if he'd ever experience that joy again. Each day, he watched as other dogs were adopted, their tails wagging with excitement as they left the shelter. Shadow wondered if he would ever have that chance, if he would ever find a family to call his own. Shadow was a gentle soul, despite his imposing size. His heart was kind, and he longed to share it with someone who would understand him. The shelter staff saw glimpses of his true nature, moments when his guard would drop and his gentle spirit would shine through. He interacted tentatively with the shelter staff, his tail giving a hesitant wag when approached. These small signs of hope were cherished by the staff, who knew that with time and patience, Shadow could learn to trust again. They celebrated each small victory, each moment of progress. He longed for human touch but flinched at sudden movements, a testament to a past he couldn't outrun. The scars of his previous life were not just physical but emotional, and they ran deep. The staff moved slowly around him, always mindful of his triggers, always working to make him feel safe. The shelter, though a haven, couldn't replace the warmth of a family. Shadow needed more than just a safe place to stay. He needed love, companionship, and a sense of belonging. The staff hoped that one day, someone would see past his rough exterior and recognize the loving heart within. Until then, they would continue to care for him, to show him that not all humans would let him down. Unexpected arrival. A familiar scent stirs hope. One sunny afternoon, a familiar scent wafted through the air, stirring something deep within Shadow. He lifted his head, ears perked, and a low whine escaped his throat. Michael, a kind-hearted man who had volunteered at the shelter months ago, was back. Michael had spent hours reading to Shadow, his gentle voice and calm demeanor soothing the dog's troubled heart. Shadow remembered the warmth of Michael's touch, the sound of his laughter as they played fetch in the shelter yard. Michael had a way of making Shadow feel safe, a feeling he hadn't realized he craved. His tail, still tucked between his legs a moment ago, began to wag tentatively, a flicker of hope igniting in his eyes. A beacon of kindness. Michael's compassion shines through. Michael had a special place in his heart for animals, especially those who had known hardship. He had lost his beloved Labrador Buddy a year ago, and wasn't ready to fill that void. But volunteering at the shelter, spending time with dogs like Shadow, brought him solace. When he learned about Shadow's abandonment, he knew he had to see him. He approached Shadow's kennel slowly, his voice soft and reassuring. "Hey there, Shadow," he whispered, his hand outstretched. "Remember me, boy?" Shadow inched forward, his tail now wagging with such force his whole body swayed. Michael's heart melted at the sight. This wasn't just recognition, it was pure, unadulterated joy. Joyous reunion tail wags and happy tears flow freely. This is a story of love, hope, and the unbreakable bond between a man and his dog. As Michael knelt beside the kennel, he could feel the weight of the world lifting off his shoulders. He had been searching for something, a connection, a purpose, and here it was, staring back at him with soulful eyes. Shadow lapped at his face, his tongue a flurry of affection and gratitude. It was as if Shadow knew that Michael was his savior, his new best friend. His entire body trembling with excitement, Shadow's tail wagged furiously, a blur of joy and anticipation. He had been waiting for this moment, and now it was finally here. Tears welled up in Michael's eyes as he felt the depth of Shadow's affection. It was a moment of pure, unfiltered emotion, a connection that transcended words. As he felt the depth of Shadow's affection, Michael knew that this was more than just a rescue. It was the beginning of a new chapter for both of them. It was in that moment, amidst the cacophony of barking dogs and clanging cages, that Michael knew he had found his purpose. The noise faded into the background as he focused on Shadow, his new companion. Michael knew he had found his purpose. He was going to give Shadow the loving home he deserved, a place where he could heal and thrive. He was going to give Shadow the loving home he deserved. As they walked out of the shelter together, Michael felt a sense of fulfillment he had never known before. The shelter staff, accustomed to heartbreak, couldn't help but smile at the heartwarming scene. They had seen many dogs come and go, but this reunion was special. They couldn't help but smile at the heartwarming scene. It was moments like these that made their work worthwhile. They knew Shadow had been waiting for this, for someone to look past his past and see the loving companion he truly was. He had been through so much, but now he had a chance at a new life. For someone to look past his past and see the loving companion he truly was. Michael saw the potential in Shadow, the love and loyalty that lay beneath the surface. And they knew Michael, with his big heart and even bigger capacity for love, was the perfect person to heal Shadow's wounds. He had the patience and compassion that Shadow needed. Michael was the perfect person to heal Shadow's wounds. Together they would embark on a journey of healing and happiness, proving that love can truly conquer all. Section 5, Healing Together, Rebuilding Trust and Sharing Tender Moments. The car ride home was filled with nervous whimpers and excited pants. Shadow, unsure of where he was going, took comfort in Michael's reassuring pats. When they arrived at Michael's house, a cozy cottage surrounded by a spacious yard, Shadow hesitated. He had known only the confines of a shelter or the harsh realities of living on the streets. Michael, sensing Shadow's apprehension, knelt down and spoke in a soft voice. "This is our home now, buddy," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "No more cages, no more loneliness." He opened the car door wider, and Shadow, as if understanding his words, cautiously stepped out. Section 6, The Power of Second Chances, Finding Solace in Each Other. The days that followed were a testament to the healing power of love and companionship. Michael showered Shadow with affection, patience, and understanding. He discovered that Shadow loved long walks in the woods, belly rubs, and snuggling on the couch during movie nights. Shadow, in return, filled a void in Michael's life he hadn't realized existed. Gone were the sad eyes and the fearful flinches. In their place were a sparkle of joy and an eagerness to please. Shadow blossomed under Michael's care, his true personality shining through. He was playful, affectionate, and fiercely loyal. He followed Michael everywhere, his tail wagging constantly, a furry shadow of contentment. Section 7, A Bond Unbreakable, Love Conquers Past Traumas. As weeks turned into months, the bond between Michael and Shadow grew unbreakable. They were more than just pet and owner. They were two souls who had found solace and companionship in each other. Shadow's past traumas, though never forgotten, no longer defined him. He had learned to trust again, to love unconditionally, and to embrace the simple joys of life. Michael, inspired by Shadow's transformation, became an advocate for shelter animals. He shared his story at adoption events, encouraging others to open their homes and hearts to animals in need. He knew that every dog, like Shadow, deserved a second chance at happiness. Section 8, Advocacy for Shelter Animals. Every dog deserves a loving home. Michael's story resonated with many, reminding them that adopting a shelter animal wasn't just about giving a dog a home. It was about opening your heart to unconditional love and unwavering loyalty. He spoke passionately about the plight of shelter animals, urging people to consider adoption as their first option when welcoming a pet into their lives. He stressed the importance of responsible pet ownership, of spaying and neutering, and of treating animals with the kindness and respect they deserve. His message was clear: every animal, regardless of its past, deserved a safe and loving home. Section 9, The Transformative Power of Compassion, A Brighter Future Together. The story of Shadow and Michael is a testament to the transformative power of compassion. Shadow, once a stray wandering the streets, found a new lease on life when Michael decided to adopt him. Their journey together has been nothing short of miraculous, showcasing the profound impact that love and care can have on a living being. It highlights the extraordinary bond between humans and animals, and underscores the importance of giving second chances. Shadow's initial days were filled with fear and uncertainty, but with Michael's unwavering support, he began to trust again. This bond grew stronger with each passing day, illustrating the resilience of the canine spirit and the healing power of human compassion. Shadow's journey from a timid, abandoned soul to a happy, cherished companion is a beacon of hope, reminding us that love truly does conquer all. His transformation is a vivid reminder that every dog, no matter how broken, has the potential to heal and thrive when given a chance. The before and after images of Shadow's transformation are a testament to the incredible changes that love can bring. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that behind every pair of sad eyes in a shelter lies a heart capable of immense love, just waiting for the opportunity to be unleashed. Each dog in a shelter has its own story, its own struggles, and its own potential for joy. Volunteers and adopters play a crucial role in unlocking this potential, offering these animals a chance at a new beginning. And with every act of kindness, with every animal adopted into a loving home, we move closer to a world where every dog has its day, and every heart finds its forever home. The joy of seeing a dog find its forever family is immeasurable, and it serves as a reminder of the good that exists in the world. Each adoption is a step towards a brighter future, where compassion and love prevail, and every animal is given the chance to live a happy, fulfilling life.